Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect, here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me here on this Wednesday evening. As always, if you want to join in, you want to come in to the Dukect Lounge, as always, you have the chat room on lock and you sit there, chat with people. Now everything else, go ahead, talk with the people and doing all the good stuff here. But also, if you want to call in, remember, there are many other ways. You can use the internet, just come in, connected to, the internet and just connect to the online way that way. Internet, bada bing, bada boom. But also there's a number you can call as well. You can call number 605-562-0444. Once again, the number is 605-562-0444. And the call ID connecting me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417, and the PIN number is 224-9866, and the PIN number is 224-9866. Alrighty, man. This week in wrestling. There are so many things you can say about this, this wrestling week. And the one thing you cannot say is that it was not dull. My gosh, this was what do you call this? As a week of just so much turmoil, sadness, shock, massive upheaval, and a person's fortunes. Someone who has been labeled as the worst thing in wrestling history turned, we found out that he's suffering an illness that has been, that has, for the past over a decade carried an illness that has, he didn't want to speak out on it. That to me, it's wow. I don't know what else to say about that. That is, just a shock of Roman, or I'm talking about is Roman Reigns, aka Joseph Anoaʻi, and he announced this Monday Night Raw. He announced on Monday Night Raw that he has been battling with leukemia for the past some years, and now he was in remission. He was okay, and then it came back. That was a shock to many people who didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming. I mean, rumors of him being injured, rumors of say he's something like that. I mean, people talked about Roman's lack of energy, his work rate, or whatever you want to call it. He was looking a little bit sluggish. Personally, I can see that, but I think he was doing just fine. And he persevered through all of that. And then this bombshell, and that he was suffering from leukemia, and now it's come back, and it does put a lot of people, think about how he was tired, he looked, bad weight and all this type of stuff. He's something might not be right with Roman, and now it pretty much comes to focus that this is, wow. I don't. I'm still shocked over it. I'm still in shock that this when you announced it. I thought it was some type of weird stuff. I wasn't gonna watch Monday Night Raw. I was busy doing some other stuff, getting ready for talking about a Daredevil spoiler podcast and such, and then. I turned on on Twitter, oh my gosh, Roman on mic said he has leukemia. I turned on Raw and I heard the last bit of a promo. The crowd that I saw the beginning of on the WWE YouTube, but the crowd was booing him, and then next thing you know, he just came out and straight is honest, and the crowd just stopped. I mean, and except for this asshole fan who said. After he said, I have leukemia, he said, you still suck. I heard it. I was like, man. And believe me, I still see this stuff on the internet today. And it reminds me of one of my interesting online associates, Shane Killian, runs the Bugatti podcast, said once before, and it holds true today. And on the internet, you can find you can find you can say anything you want. The bad thing about the internet, you can say anything you want, and in some places, reality too. It sucks that even then you have people still just have hatred for a person that I don't. Wow. I mean, it's like you hate this person because he doesn't wrestle the way you want to wrestle it. I mean, come on, man. I mean, seriously, that's your whole thing. That is your whole anger. That's it. You're mad at a dude who doesn't know how to wrestle in your way and how good of a wrestler it is. I mean, yeah. But after he said that he said in the promo, he said it wasn't a retired speech. It wasn't a retiring speech. He is gonna get better and he's gonna fight this, and he went back and he hugged everyone. The video, by the way, that just really is sad that he was hugging everyone. First, he hugged his brother, his Seal brothers, and such, and then later on, hugged everybody back, and he was joking around and saying, at the end, and after I was like, it's gonna be all right. He knows he's been through this before. He's been through this stuff before, and you know what? It's been 11 years. It's a long time. And leukemia research has been, has improved, and there's new treatments out there, but it's going to still be a hard fight for him. It's still going to be a hard fight for him. It's still going to be something people are going to be like, oh my gosh, it's going to be still this hard fought fight for him and his family. I worry for his family because he has all the other issues he has right now. But I'm hoping my thoughts and my prayers go to him and to his entire family, and like I said, I believe he's going to be fine and he's going to be coming back. He's going to kick leukemia's ass, and I believe that with all my heart. I do. He's going to be fine. He's going to kick leukemia's ass and get back in the ring. And it might be 2 or 3 years from now, but I see Roman Reigns coming back. So, 100% healthy, 100% focused, and someone that is going to be that guy. And after all that, all the stuff, man, and people, it is a sad occurrence, but I'm hopeful. When I hope this is a lesson that people need to take a chill pill, all this stuff. Just when they're hating everything. If you got that anger, that person, you still rooting to them to lose and everything. Rooting. They went into people's personal lives. You gotta take a step back. These are human beings. We gotta remember that. These guys and guys and gals who strap on the wrestling, they're still human, man. Some are assholes, but but majority of them, 95%, 99% of them are good people who really do try to do the best thing to entertain. That's it, man. You just gotta always look at the positive side and such, And that's what with Roman and everything else. I pray for him, and I hope that he will. I hope that he comes back, and when he does come back, he will become more. People will be more of a more positive stuff to come on. But that's just me. Anyway, let us talk about what happened afterwards. Big turns and shakeups. And these shakeups, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be something that a lot of people are talking about right now in the WWE. And by the way, if you want to talk about this chat room, go right ahead. Talk about moments of Roman. Talk about all the stuff about it. And I saw this on the fan, and I think this really is on the freaking Austin Network board. And it's something that I think really drove this home about people talking about this. This is the Magnum TA car crash of this generation. Now, if you don't know, back in the 80s, very popular wrestler who was a cusp on the main event, Magnum TA. Dude was like, he was WCW slash NWA. He was NWA champ. He was going to look like to be the next big guy to dethrone Ric Flair. But he had a horrific car accident that cut his career short. And a lot of wrestlers, it just really felt this relate, like what's going to happen, who knows what's going to, that sort of thing. That type of, that type of like shock, and you just need to, the humanity and stuff the wrestlers came out of, that's going to be that, this is what this feels like. And it's more magnified now because everyone in the world, Magnum TA, that's something that happened in the southern wrestling world and such, and people talked about it and such. But nowadays, it's everyone's talking about wrestling and cafe, all that good stuff, and the wrestling about the different stuff that's going on. That type of that range and that type of stuff it's bigger now, and I see that type of stuff that's going on here in with Roman. And Roman, I believe he was his mainstream star, and he had people. He was polarizing, yes. But he was just this very, I think he was a very talented wrestler. Very talented stuff. And I think that people seem to miss that, People think that he was, they didn't see how good he was. And now people are looking back. Heck, I think there was a forum out there thinking, like, what's the best matches for Roman Reigns? And I'm like, well, he had a pretty good stuff. Some of it, he didn't have much. I wouldn't say this year, but years past, he was really good. Heck, I think his last man standing match with the Big Show was very, very good. Him versus Sheamus, TLC was good. Him versus let's see, what other play? The Survivor Series match when he was the only survivor. That was a really good match to showcase his style. So there's many matches here in WWE Universe and such. But yeah, it's really, really, again, there's still stuff there about Roman Reigns and everything else. So yeah, it is very sad. Guess 4, yeah, it is sad to happen to Mr. Roman. And like I said, I believe he's going to come back. And when he does come back, he will be someone stronger, someone actually more, something that he's going to be much more, I think, more connected to people for, more than anything else. And the crazy thing is that he never talked about this before. He had, in past, he had serious disease that kept him from the NFL. Oh, what's up, Rowdy? But yeah, that's the crazy thing is Roman Reigns didn't want to talk about this. He never wanted to talk about this. He never wanted to bring this up back there. And I'm like, wow, that to me, he did not want to be known like, oh, he's just a charity case or whatever. No, he wanted to get up on his own merits and such. Now that's pretty much not going to happen, but I think it's very admirable that he wanted to make the WWE make an impact. And well, he may want a hell of an impact, and I still believe he is going to have more impact later to come in the years to come. But anyway, the show does go on, and man, there's been a lot of turns, a lot of big turns. First you had I believe Elias that turned babyface and such, because I honestly think that was going to happen regardless, because the dude was getting face pops, unless in Seattle, because Seattle still hates him, by the way, because he mentioned one thing about the Seattle. He mentions the NBA there. I think I'm happy it wasn't the 80s. They might just take them down. But thinking we'll get more into that later on. Big turns. You have Braun Strowman becoming face. At this point, I wonder if he's slowly getting into the Big Show. Like he's heel, then he's face. I hope that's not his path. I don't want that to be on his path, but I think he really showed that stuff, and he's talking about Everyone's talking about Crown Jewel, which, by the way, that's still happening. I don't know if they're going to actually cancel it. They haven't said, we're going to kick you out all over Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel's not a city. It's not a city. It's going to happen in Saudi Arabia and such. And with all the craziness that's happening, I would not be surprised that they will probably cancel it and probably put like somewhere in, I don't know, someplace in America or someplace somewhere to deal with that type of stuff. I would not be surprised that happened. And even better, ladies and gentlemen, you know what's going to else? I mean, putting the United States, swinging that the U.S., that whole world, best in the world type. I'm like, it's a U.S. Open. That's what it is. There's no other competitor that's from other countries. I love that one. I love that. And one of the competitors is Seth Rollins. And by the way, Seth Rollins was a double champion for a while. Oh, double champion. And talking about big turns is Dean Ambrose. After everything that happened that night, he hits the dirty deeds after winning the tag belts from Drew and Ziggler. Hits it after that, and I'm like, man, he set himself out to be the most hated dude on the WWE roster other than Tommaso Ciampa at this point. But yeah, the dude really hit, and I love the fact that he took off his shirt and then went into the crowd after all that. I sit back and I look at old school wrestling and I see like the crazy stuff that wrestling fans used to be in the 80s. Used to stab. I'm like, thank goodness this wasn't the 80s, or heck, even the 90s. They would have basically not just trash in the ring, man. They probably might want to knock the dude out. I'm just saying, they would have took Ambrose out if this would have been in the 80s and such. So thank goodness it's a more passive crowd today. But yeah. Anyway, moving on here. This turns here does represent after Roman's sad departure to WWE. He vacated the Universal title. I'll see these turns as something more of a very changing of the guard type thing. I think this is something that the WWE needed to do for quite a while because it seemed to be more stagnant of picking an ace. And some people are saying that WWE should not be putting their own eggs in the basket, which is true. And maybe it's just me from the sports angle that honestly you do need an ace though. I mean, let's be honest. Let's keep this all 100. In any sport and everything, you still have your guy, your main protagonist, your main person you go to. And in sports, you need that guy to come in to really get people in there to be a game changer. For hockey and NHL, it's Alex Ovechkin. For Washington D.C., it's John Wall for the Washington Wizards. It's Bryce Harper if he's staying here. I think he is, but for right now, Bryce Harper is. I'll just check just so we make sure. Let's see. Is he going to stay or I don't know. By the way, what's great is that he's looking for a $350 million deal with Starting Point. So I don't know if someone's going to. I wouldn't be surprised if Rowdy's listening. I would not be surprised if the Texas Rangers will overspend for him and then basically, pay him double that amount and then crap after 2 or 3 seasons. Crap, we made a mistake and buy him out or just trade him. Oh, and yeah, but you understand what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. It's like you need an ace. You need a guy who's going to be your main person, your main guy to get in the seats. You can have people around him. You can have people when the guy's down. You have people to back up. You have a bench. You got 1A, 1B, 1 and everything else. So, heck, unless you're LeBron, where you can pretty much Superman yourself and just dominate and actually bring your team to pretty much to the NBA Finals, or whatever, because, well, the Eastern Conference is garbage. But you can have that, but it's best to have a people around you. And it's pretty much been exposed that you need to have a team. You need to have with LeBron in the finals. You need a team. You need a team to basically, be a good team with great players around them. With great players like the Warriors have and such. So that is what that's what you need. They have the heck. Ovechkin didn't get out of Ovechkin didn't get to the Stanley Cup Finals by himself. He had people like TJ Oshie, John Carlson, Nicholas Backstrom, Kuznetsov. All these people helped him out as pillars. And that's what I think WWE is sending this around. They're going to have pillars around. And that's what I think WWE should be look more towards. Pillars, people you can fill in just in case. Not everyone should be champ. Oh, no. You're going to have pillars to make sure that people, everyone's like, okay, if this guy's down, this guy comes in. This guy's down, okay, this show focus on this guy, that sort of thing. No one needs to be, heck, look at Lucha Underground later on. We'll talk about Lucha Underground. What I love about Lucha Underground is that you don't need to have the champion be there every night. You can have the champion come in once every 2 or 3 weeks because you have different other people you can focus on. You can focus on other people. You can focus on other feuds. You can make them just as important to the championship. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But that's just me. But yeah, I think the WWE realizing this, and I'm hopeful that they're going to build and do these legends and such. I mean, you already have Seth Rollins up there. You have Braun Strowman that's up there. Drew McIntyre up there. I think Drew has been built up perfectly, so I would not be surprised to have Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman for the Universal title. And the worst come to worst, you want Brock Lesnar there. He still can be a fight, but he's probably training for his UFC fight, and I think he's going to take that hard out. And personally, that's what's going to happen. And after that, you have other people. Lashley, I hate to say it, Finn Balor. Let's see. I think Apollo Crews, if they do something with him or something like that. Chad Gable or Bobby Roode. All these other people in there that you can bring. So heck, tag teams you could build up. People like the B team. People like the Authors of Pain, ALP. You build these people up as multiple stars. WWE, you can do this. WWE, you have done this before. You made them important. Make them important enough the characters to be around. You have 3 hours television. You don't need to focus on like a set of 1, 2, 3, 4 characters. You have a whole roster of great talent, and yet they're not featured. They're not talked about. They're not engaging the audience. You have that roster. You can do that with 3 hours of Raw and such. And again, if Lucha Underground could do it with just 1 hour a week with one program, 1 hour a week with this lot roster, there is no excuse where you have like 2 shows, your 2 main shows of 5 hours, and you cannot get your most, if not all, your rosters integrated and talked about, like not just integrated, but to be, to be connected to the audience, not just the smarks, not to the cats, to everyone, to find their niche and find the people who connect with them. Come on, guys. I believe in y'all. WWE can do this, and with Roman done, maybe this will be the shot in the arm. And hopefully, when Roman comes back, he has a lot more things to, not more people to come in and play with. That's my personal opinion, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. That's it. That's it for that part there. But Roman, If you're listening, I don't know if you are listening to this podcast, but you are, give a like or whatever. Subscribe, or download, because, hey, we just passed the 50,000 download mark, which is awesome. Thank you very much. But yeah, if you are listening, Roman Reigns out there, my thoughts, my prayers to you and your family. I hope you will get past this. You will get through this horrific and terrible time that you're on right now, and you will get past this. You will become stronger. You will become and more of a hero than you already are, man. Because you're already at that level, my friend. And I don't even know you. I just the tongue just ripped out. So let's see, my dude. I think that's better. You're already at that level, my dude. You just need to you power through this, and you can and you will power through this. Anyway, that's all we have to say about that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a small break here. That was heavy. But anyway, we will take a small break here, and we will come back, and I will talk and review the latest Lucha Underground episode 20, 7 to see what the episode 20, ladies. Oh, we got a call here. Hello, Ari. Hello. Wow. That was a thing. Okay, so that happened. So that happened, ladies and gentlemen. That was a weird little call. Hopefully everything is working. You'll see, there it is. It's always happened. So don't worry. We're gonna take a small break here, and we will be right back. And when we come back, we are going to we will be going into Lucha Underground season 4, episode 27, to survive. We'll be right back right after this. We're gonna be listening to a little bit of, let's see, what would be a good song? How about Mega Man X? Mag Drive. Let's see. How about this? How about we listen to some Tuck and Roll from the Overclocked Plaid Muffins. I didn't hear this song in a while, so sit back, relax, as we're going to be listening to this right now here on the Dukect Lounge. We'll be right back right after this here on TalkShoe.com. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll be right back right after this. Boys and girls, children of all ages, we're back here live here on TalkShoe.com and on you recording. Trust me, if you're not listening live, why haven't you listened to the live show, ladies and gentlemen? So the greatness happens. But don't worry, You can catch this stuff not only on iTunes, you download it 50,000 times, so thank you for that. So, but also, remember, you can find me on youtube.com/DukecT, also on bitchute.com/DukecT, and on freakingawesomenetwork.com, and on and on the a little bit on chicanery, but don't worry. Worst comes to worst, the recording stuff will be here. But anyway, we are still live, by the way. By the way, you can find me on youtube.com/DukecT. You can find me on Man Expression. You can find me on bitchute.com/DukecT. iTunes, you download that stuff. Also, you can find me anywhere and all that stuff. I'm posting my stuff on DC Universe, so the app and everything. So you can go and check my stuff out there. I actually do DC Titans reviews every time an episode and such. When you know what, I love doing them, so it's fun. People seem to like them, so hey, go check it out and do all the good stuff there. So I am so so happy that you guys and gals are listening to me, Dukect, downloading and just downloading all the episodes and such. So thank you so much. I am humbled. I am so happy, so happy and humbled that you guys decided that this is a show that you will that you guys think that this show is worthy of this. And I am, again, so happy, so humbled that this is something you guys decide to listen to, something that you actually just listen to and watch and everything else. So trust me, this gives me so much motivation to continue doing not this show, but Last We Were Standing. I am planning to finish up Secret Agent Clank. I just got to replay it because I got the footage. I just need to replay it because, man, need to get the feel again. And after that, I'm going to do both, like I said, Slammiversary and Bound for Glory. We're going to see both, not one but two. And after that, we are going to do what am I going to be doing? There's so much stuff I got to do. And the Christmas episodes. And then, hopefully, all going to plan, I will be doing next year. I will be starting the PS3 versions of Ratchet and Clank, and then go up to PS4, and then finally the movie. And I'll be done with Ratchet and Clank, and then we'll move on to other stuff. Maybe some old school wrestling, maybe some new school, maybe some things in between. So it's going to be a very interesting time, for positive times. Things are happening. Big things popping, little things stopping. Here on the Dukect Lounge, I am in just this again, humbled, and thank you. And I love all of y'all. Thank you so much for keeping this podcast going. Hey, man, thank you. And I love all of you, baby. Love all of y'all. You know, hey, that's all you have to get. It's all love here, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, let's get into this episode of Lucha Underground, as it is a 7-way match for the vacant gift of the gods. No, like I said, the gift of the gods championship. Man, that's murder on the throat. Oh my goodness gracious, that is murder on the throat. But but you know what? That is what he says it. Antonio Cueto says it. But now here we are. So let's get into the match, as it is King Cuerno versus Dante Fox versus Big Bad Steve versus Drake Strong versus Hernandez versus Aerostar versus PJ Black for the 7 Survivor match for the vacant gift of the gods championship. First things first, we have some good moves here. We had it starts off slow, but this match takes place all night long. It was all night long, all night long. And let me tell you, it had memorable moments. You had you got some good, funny, some funny stuff from Hernandez, who just was talking stuff and doing mocking Fox, carrying around like a little baby. Then next Dante Fox tried to come in to do a sunset flip, doesn't work on him, and then next pins Hernandez with a backslide and eliminates him. And he looks like, oh yeah, Hernandez is all your showboating, you're shucking and jiving, you still can't get the big one done, brother. Man, I don't know who takes more hard L's at this point, Hernandez or Ziggler. I don't know, but make that into a thing. I want to ask someone just answer that question. Oh my gosh! I mean, it has been, how long? Who took more hard L's this year, Hernandez or Ziggler? I don't know which one. That would be a very interesting topic. Y'all make the call, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what else. But let's get back to the match. After that, you had everyone just beat up with Fox and everything, and then you have Kuno hitting a burning hammer to Aerostar onto the crowd, which like holy crap. And then funny thing of after that, Aerostar recovers and hits a nice head scissors to Kuno. Then you have Jake Strong lifting Fox up and hits a wooden wall, knocks down, and then Famous B comes in the ring, tries to distract PJ Black and such, but then he's like, oh, it gives Steve a wrench, but then PJ Black, wasn't handling it, then hits Famous B in the balls. But then guess what? Since Big Bad Steve came in, hits your Black with a wrench in the back, but unfortunately he falls right onto the balls of Famous B. Ooh, right there. That was not good. Then after that, Steve just hits everyone with the wrench, and then just beating the heck out of Aerostar. And the believers in the temple, like every time he hits him, he says Steve hits Aerostar with the wrench. I guess Steve, and they're like, oh, Steve. I'm like, I love it. I like this. The believers, man. No other crowd other than the NXT crowd, I think, has that type of connection with the audience and such. It is amazing. I love that. I do. It's just weird, and they just lean into the weirdness and such, and the crazy. But then in the end, then PJ Black comes in, kicks Big Bad Steve in the big bads, the balls. And then hits him a low blow, knocks the wrench away, which, funny enough, the wrench was not used again after, which was surprising. It was right there in the corner of the ring, but they never used it. Weird. And then Black did a nice hit moonsault on Steve, but that's a kick out. No. Before that, Jake Strong gets in the ring, and then PJ Black came in, and he hits him in the balls as well. And then after that, he hits a moonsault on Strong, but he kicks out, and then he once PJ Black goes for another pin, and then he counts it to an ankle lock, and then snaps the ankle. Oops. Then after that, Strong and Steve came out and beat the crap out of him. Strong comes in. Steve. And Strong fight out. Then you have Cornell comes in the ring, drop kick Strong, and then Steve then Big Bad Steve takes down Fox with a clothesline. Aerostar comes in the ring, hits a nice pop up cover to Aerostar, and it looks like Cornell and Steve are just turning to hit strikes and everything, and then then you have Chrono, and then fighting, and then next thing you know, I'm not making this up, Drago comes in with like a workman's safety vest and a helmet with, I don't know if fits his horns or not. I saw little horns out the helmet. Come in, brings a forklift into the temple. I'm not making this up. I'm going to see if I can get pictures of this and put it up on there. And he raises it up all the way up for his boy Aerostar. And then guess what? At the raise the forklift up a good 30 feet from the ground, Aerostar hits a massive crossbody to Corino and Steve in the middle of the ring, and Aerostar crawls Steve to pin him because Aerostar does these things. And by the way, like I said, Drago and Aerostar, the bestest friends in all pro wrestling. What type of best friend? Name a best friend in wrestling that will do that. Not involved. Didn't even get involved in the ring match. He just with a safety vest, and a helmet to bring a forklift so you do it. I mean, I knew that the Shield never had that stuff. I never seen Dean Ambrose drive a forklift and such and raise it up to 30 feet so Seth can drop out of it and hit a crossbody. And they were tight. So Aerostar and Drago more tight than that. So anyway, but yeah, it was a great moment, and holy crap, that was amazing. And Aerostar calls down to Steve, calls him down, and pins Big Bad Steve, and moves on. Then Strong comes in and just, comes in, picks up Aerostar, slams him, and then just beats out everyone. Strong hits an ankle lock on Corno, but the Aerostar goes in for the save and hits a springboard knee strike to Strong. And Aerostar goes to the top rope and then fails to hit Strong. And Aerostar tries to go over for the pin. Then Strong kicks out of 2. Strong throws Aerostar in the air, and then while he was up in the air, he applies the ankle lock while Aerostar was coming down, and Aerostar quickly taps out. As Jake Strong was about to rip apart Aerostar's ankle, Corino came in and said, "No, man, that's it. No, you're not gonna do that." And then he moved on, and next thing you know, you have Fox, Dante Fox still here, by the way, after all the beatdown and everything else. But remember, he had that 3 stages of hell match with kill shot, so yeah. But at the end, Corno, man, but in the end, it was not enough. As these three guys just beat the hell out of each other. But I mean, heck, you have Corno, these three just went out and did some nice, hitting nice, Dante Fox going to the second level of the temple, hitting a senton to both Corno and Strong. Then you have Corno hitting the 450 splash. Fox hitting Corno with the 450 splash, but yet Strong takes Fox out of the ring for some reason, and Corno hits but yet he takes down Strong, but then Corno comes back up, hits the throw of the kill to Fox, but Fox manages to kick out, and Corno then has to surf just this nice submission, and just starts to stretch his neck, just really painful. And such, but Fox powers out. In fact, you have then you had Strong comes in, hits a Strangler bomb on Corno. Then you got 1, 2, he grabs the rope, and then you have Fox come in, takes down Strong, and then he was going to hit a nice swanton on him, but Strong put his knee up. So the last second, it looked like it hurt his knee and Fox's back because of all the damage he had, and all three just come standing up. Corno, Fox, and Strong just wailing ahead of each other, but then both Corno and Fox hit a double drop kick to Strong, knocked him out of the ring. Fox hit a nice boot to Corno, and then he hits the Fox catcher on Corno and beats him, and it's now down to 1 as Dante Fox is trying to take down Strong, and just it looks like Fox was going to do it. The crowd was believing him. It looks like he was going to do it, but then Fox got into the ankle lock. And that was it. He tried to get out and ran around, and then Fox had no choice but to tap. And we have a new Gift of the Gods champion. And the believers did not like this. They were chanting bullshit. But like, nah, man, he won that clean, fair, and square. But then, guess what? He wasn't done. As he comes to Fox, and he comes in and breaks the ankle of Dante Fox, another victim of Jake Strong. And then, after he held his title in the air, could this be the future Lucha Underground champion? And after that, we see Johnny Mundo training on top of the rooftop. And then, Aerostar comes out and tells him that Matana Kwanzaa pretty much will kill you. There's no chance you can win against him in training. And Mundo says he destroyed his wedding. He destroyed his took off to two guys, and he's still going to fight him. He says, okay. And he's not going to team, but says, all right then. Mundo refuses, and then Aerostar whistles, and then, guess what? He whistles and brings Drago in. And Drago has the Gauntlet of the Gods. Remember that thing? And then look, and he says, okay. And he put it on. He says he feels like a god wearing it. And then the show ends as Mundo is joined this new power. And now, this is interesting, as this might be the one thing that can take down Matanza Cueto for good. So who knows where this whole thing leads, and how did this happen? Who knows what's going to happen here in this Lucha Underground? The Ultimate Lucha, because that's next, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be amazing. But yeah, this. This is something that I can't wait for this show to really get. This is gonna be really good. I'm pumped for this. I can't wait to see this in Ultimate Lucha Cuatro. I can't wait for all of this to come all ahead. The next 4 weeks of just great insanity. It's gonna be fun, ladies and gentlemen. Who knows what's gonna happen in Ultimate Lucha Cuatro and the season finale of Lucha Underground. Short, sweet, but you know what? You don't need to be this long. And, the show, this was nice, a good short season, but you know what? I'm happy for it. This was a very fun season, and I can't wait for Lucha Cuatro. It has, it always brings some interesting turns and events. Anyway, that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here on the Dukect Lounge, listening and all that good stuff. So thank you. I love y'all. It's Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.